Dearest, most beloved, divine friends, brothers and sisters, this is RAWRKs Guyana Free Media in the Raw. And I'm your host, your brother, your friend, Haji Dr. Ocean Khan. And you know, by now, in the Raw means can't correct, have to repeat, no editing, straight from my mouth, my heart and mind to you. And right now, in Guyana, I'm feeling a bit beautiful with the new government. I feel wonderful with all the great things that they're doing and putting in place. The PPPC government is doing wonderful. And as you would know, I have no bias for them. Because when the APNU AFC was doing good, I used to say so. And when they do wrong, I would say so. And the PPPC, if and when they do wrong, I will say so. And I will guide them and I will counsel them. But I became vociferous and hot. Friends and families, ladies and gentlemen, against the APNU AFC after the election day. And I was there as an observer, and I saw all the trickery and the skullduggery and the thievery. Then I became somewhat hot. And the hot or the heat that you saw then was not anything compared to how hot I could be. But most of all, I'm a man of love, joy, harmony, and good, but I will tell you when you're wrong. Right now, I have to compliment the PPPC government, His Excellency Dr. President Irfaan Ali, Vice President Dr. Bharrat Jagdeo, the master of military strategy, power, administration, and strength, Prime Minister Brigadier Phillips, and all the cabinets, sheer geniuses, ladies and gentlemen, sheer geniuses that they have, and all of them serious about bringing success to Guyana. If you look at every one of the ministers that they chose, ladies and gentlemen, and you study their persona and their personality, you will see who truly these people are. You can see the divinity and the power for success, the power to bring success not to themselves or to their ego, but to bring success to Guyana, to bring prosperity to Guyana. And what is happening here now? The master, Dr. Ashni Singh, the master of the Ministry of Finance, the power for true transformation, has been reappointed as minister within the ministry, within the office of the president, with responsibility for finance. Why? Some people are asking, why is he responsibility finance? Because Guyana is on a state of transformation. And it is not just a finance minister, one personality that will transform Guyana. It is teamwork. It is His Excellency the President, who is managing it right now, with Vice President Dr. Bharrat Jagdeo, along with the Honorable Minister of Works, Public Works, Juan Edghill, all of them. Powers, ladies and gentlemen. Another man of finance and power is the CEO of Gaisuku, Sasenarine Singh. Another man is the junior minister within the Ministry of Public Works, Deodat Indar, the Honorable. So this thing of transforming Guyana, it's a collective effort of all the cabinet, all the parliamentarians that will transform Guyana into a true 21st century reality. Let me give you a few paragraphs from the Stabrook News Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ashni Singh is once again a Minister of Government. The former Minister of Finance was yesterday sworn in as the Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance. And this is Public News, Friday, November 6th, today, 2020, ladies and gentlemen. According to President Irfaan Ali, the Singh will be part of a team. That's my point. I didn't read this article, as you know, ladies and gentlemen. Singh will be a part of a team to oversee the transformative agenda of government. This agenda includes projects, programs, and policies to stimulate growth, expand the country's economic base, and strengthen existing sectors. There's a little bit of faded print there, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Singh will have the responsibility for finance and will ensure that we have the full complement of skills that will advance the agenda of the government. Ali said during an emergency press briefing at the office of the President yesterday. The President went on to state that Guyana's transformation requires a multifaceted team. Not one man. Not one man. Not like the previous government had. Not one man, the strong man. I don't want to call anybody's name at their Ministry of the Presidency, or one man at the Office of the Ministry of Finance, or one man who has shirked his responsibility and handed everything over to those two. It calls for collaboration. It calls for togetherness. I believe in every aspect of government. At the level of cabinet and permanent secretaries, we have been able to match youth, experience, and dynamism in a very special way to ensure that we build capacity that is needed to manage the fortunes of the future and create an environment in which all our people will be successful. He stated. President speaks presidential. Dr. Irfaan Ali. He has no axe to grind. He has nothing hateful to say. Leave that to the law enforcers to do their job. He has to fix this country, which was mauled for 5 destructive years. Singh told reporters following the swearing-in that I did like to thank President Ali, Vice President Bharrat Jagdeo, and Prime Minister Phillips for inviting me to rejoin the cabinet. I've spent almost all my life in public service in Guyana, and so public service for me has been something that I have devoted all my professional energies and consider a great honor. I am greatly honored and deeply humbled. The opportunity to serve in this capacity at this time is a huge privilege, he said, acknowledging the impact COVID-19 has had on the economy. Singh said that Guyana government has been swift in crafting responsive policies, but a lot of work needs to be done. I'm under no illusion as to the magnitude of the challenges before us in terms of economic policy making, implementation, and management. I'm eagerly looking forward to getting back into the business of government, he stressed. This man is a public servant by heart. I bet you where he was working, whether it's the IMF or the World Bank or which international institution or finance institution he was working with, he was making more money. But his heart is in his country as a patriot. Friends and families, RAWRKs Guyana Free Media is pleased and proud to present this on behalf of Dr. Ashni Singh, the Honorable Minister of Finance, technocrat. He will sit as a technocrat minister in the National Assembly. Singh previously served as Minister of Finance with the Donald Ramotar government, before which he was Director of Budget in the Auditor General's Office. Most recently, he has been appearing before the court on charges of misconduct in public office over the sale of 3 tracts of government land. His trial and that of former Chief Executive Officer of National Industrial and Commercial Investments Limited, NISIL, Winston Brassington, has been delayed for 2 years due to High Court proceedings challenging their prosecution. On May 8th, 2018, Singh and Brassington were jointly charged with 3 counts. May 8, 2018, ladies and gentlemen, of misconduct in public office over the sale of 3 tracts of government land on the east coast of Demerara between September 2008 and May 11, 2011. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, they didn't just go sell it to anybody. They carry out an instruction of cabinet, which is the highest body of decision making in the nation. The cabinet, friends of families. And he as Minister of Finance had to carry out the orders. And they sold the land. And money was paid. And was legally done. So the aim was what? To try to destroy him, bring charges against others, including the Honorable Winston Brassington, a genius of his own style, class. I always liked him. And Ashni Singh, to embarrass and humiliate and hurt their family and put their name in disgrace into Google around the world. No wonder the big companies and corporations that employ them realize that these men are not normal. And being politicians, some people will try to dirty them. And we have seen what the warlord and the former Minister of the Presidency and the person who laid back and allowed the warlord to do all he wanted and all that they wanted, and the former Minister of Finance to give out how many hundreds and thousands of acres of land for next to nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now see how the table will turn and how the charges will stick. Remember, next, the PPP government has no other than a genius in law, the Attorney General, Mohabir, Anil, Nandala. Was in Portal. Anyhow, finish with that. In one instance, it is alleged that the property was sold below market value, while the other 2 deals went ahead without proper valuations of the land. So the other 2 got proper payment, but there was no valuation. Oh my God, man. It is alleged that Singh and Brassington sold the tract of land being 4.7, but I will go on with that, ladies and gentlemen. That is just a waste time reading. That was a conspiracy of the previous government to decimate and destroy what will appear as a commentator. I'm speaking as an observer, the PPPC. Which I've been telling them in writings privately to them and publicly writing to them in the media, that when you try to destroy another person, you in reality are destroying yourself. The universe has a way of turning the negative that you're giving to other people upon yourself. And you're the one who is left in disgrace and degradation. Dearest, beloved friends and family. A commentary on the United States elections. I think by the time you see this, tonight of the 6th of November, or tomorrow, we will know who the President of the United States is legally. So far, Biden has overrun Donald Trump. But just like the APNO AFC, I told them you can't win this election. You have lost the heart of the people. You forgot the people. You did not consult with them when you sold out. When you closed down and put it in garbage. And in many cases, some of your people stole the assets of the 4 sugar estates. Gold miners abandoned their claim by over 60%. Bauxite down by over 50%. confusion in the land. You could not rain positivity to the hearts of the people. The country was downtrodden. You forgot the people. At no AFC, President Donald Trump forgot the people. He was concentrating only on his set of people who voted him in and forgot the bulk of the people. Forgot the entire nation, so to say, and the development of the nation. And only in the last 2 years in Guyana, they tried. And the same thing Donald Trump did. President Trump has made a colossal mistake, which will cost him the presidency of the United States. The APNO AFC made some colossal mistakes, and they can't apologize, and they gave the power into the hands of the warlord, who is trying to create some kind of a disaffection and destruction, and some room is going that he wants to create some kind of a military dark force sabotage of the nation. But I know Mark Phillips, with his connection, Honorable Prime Minister, Vice President, the boss in politics, Bharrat Jagdeo, and President Dr. Irfaan Ali, with his wisdom in leadership, and the entire team, they know what's going on. You just have to put the facts together. Already you have enough evidence to charge, if not two, because of legal constraints according to laws of Guyana's constitution, at least one, major one, who fomented the murders, the beatings, the lootings, the killings, the rapes, the harassment, the chopping, the burnings in the quarantine. And the same warlord, one person, tried to throw all his nastiness on me because I'm telling the people who are being beaten, murdered, mauled, raped, that if you feel you're being targeted, to protect yourself using a piece of stick. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a piece of stick like this and a little baton. A little baton to protect yourself. And he tried to use that with his acolytes and his satellites in Guyana and out of Guyana to tarnish me, and wanted me to resign. And I challenged him. Make me resign. Make me resign. Friends and family, love your country. Love your fellow countrymen. Love each other. Don't let those who are despotic and desperate for power influence any of you to do anything wrong to hurt your country or your fellow countrymen. In the internet, stop abusing Afro-Guyanese, you misguided Indo-Guyanese. And stop attacking Indo-Guyanese, you misguided Afro-Guyanese. You few, very few. But then we saw also recently a man from Linden who was using an Indian name, Rahim Rahman, to threaten destruction of people's life, and in this particular case, the chair of GCOM. Imagine that, ladies and gentlemen, and was not an Indo-Guyanese. There has to be a person filled with hate. We will understand and know that Afro-Guyanese are some of the most professional, patriotic, kindest, most generous people everywhere in the world, and more so in Guyana. They have been our teachers of Indians and Portuguese and all the other. They have been our nurses and our doctors. They have been our midwives. So we, the Indo-Guyanese and others, must respect and honor them, except those who try to destroy us, that we have to put them in their place. But we must be a people united for positivity, for goodness, for love, for harmony, for joy. One human family under God, ladies and gentlemen. The context of my message is unity and peace at this juncture as I'm talking about Guyana. One human family under God, one people. Guyana, I love you. Your friend, your brother, me, Haji, Dr. Roshan Khan, saying thank you and farewell, friends. In the raw. RAWRKs, Guyana Free Media.